guys, what's up? My name is Mercedes. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, welcome back. Today's video is going to be in regards to criminal justice careers. I have not made a video on criminal justice. You guys have been asking and I feel so bad. My channel is all about lifestyle, budgeting, finance, motherhood. I will throw some criminal justice videos in there every once in a while, but if you're wanting that material faithfully every day, that's not the type of videos I upload. But I do upload motivational, goal-oriented videos. So if any of those topics interest you, make sure to stick around and subscribe to the channel. But today we are going to be discussing some careers that you can get with a criminal justice degree. Now, I am going to list 5 careers that I've researched, not your typical probationary, correctional, police officer careers, but I wanted to go in and see exactly how companies are listing their specific jobs related to the criminal justice field and criminal justice degree requirements. So that's what I did today. You guys can go in and research these different careers. Now, the names may vary depending on the company. They may still be the same type of job, but they're just under a different name because that's what the company chose to name their specific jobs. With criminal justice, you really have to do your research because there's so many different types of jobs out there, but you'll never know because they're not just your average named job, and you can find that specific role at every single company. Okay, so I'm not going to do too much talking. Let's go ahead and get into the first career that I have found, and I'm going to be looking down. I just have my notebook here where I've wrote down these careers. So the first one is with the U.S. Secret Service. Now, I feel like this job is someone who really doesn't have a family, probably likes to travel, likes to be on the go, can up and move whenever they choose to. Secret Service is not an easy career to have, but I did want to go ahead and list it as number 1 because it was one of the higher paying jobs that I did find. So it is a U.S. Secret Service criminal investigator. So there are so many different roles as investigators that I didn't even know. You could be a fraud investigator, you could be a bank investigator, you could be a department store investigator. There are so many investigators jobs out there. So if that is definitely something you're interested in, you can definitely find a position as an investigator. So this specific job does require you to have a bachelor's degree. At an entry level, you have to come in with a bachelor's degree, or you can have some type of work experience, I do believe, but I'm sure it is a lot of work experience when it comes to getting into the Secret Service. So I think having a criminal justice bachelor's degree will actually put you up there on that list when they're going through resumes and they see that you have a criminal justice degree. Now, the starting salary for this job came in at $49,508. This is actually what they listed as the starting pay for this particular role. Now, they had other roles where you had to have like a master's degree. Now, this career has a starting balance of $49,000, but it goes up to $102,000 a year. That is 6 figures. It's a lot of money, and I'm sure your job is going to be pretty tough, but that is an option as a U.S. Secret Service criminal investigator. And their job duty is protecting and serving the protected people that need protection. But you also do different types of investigations, conducting investigations and stuff like that. With this job, you can go and do your research if that is something that you may be interested in. It is a job that is actually posted and you can apply for it. So definitely want to go to usjobs.gov, and you can look at all of the different positions that the federal government has. Now, all of these jobs that I did look for that are a little more specific, not on the federal level, are Texas-based jobs. So that means Texas-based pay. This pay may change based off of the state that you're in. It may be more, it may be less. So this pay is specifically tailored to the state of Texas. So the second career that I found was a criminalist. Someone who conducts investigations in regards to criminal offenses and death investigations. Now, they're not technically investigating the actual actual offense, but they are investigating like fingerprints, evidence. They're putting it all together, piecing it all together for, I guess, the detectives or the police officers who need to solve the investigation. So you're probably more likely going to be in the background, conducting research, gathering evidence, making sure you're implementing and inputting this into databases and systems. And this position starts off at $24.44 an hour. And you do have to have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, but they also want you to have some experience. So I don't really consider this an entry level job. I believe it was 1 to 2 years of experience, but it does also require you to have a bachelor's degree. So if you're into like forensics and chemistry, this is one of those jobs that you're probably going to be more interested in. And again, you can have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, but it also allows for a forensics degree and I believe a chemistry degree or other related fields. So career number 3 is a criminal research specialist. So to me, it sounds like investigation work when I was reading the duties and responsibilities of a criminal research specialist. But again, every job has different titles and what they want to specify a role as. So you definitely want to get onto a company that you may be interested in and you've heard good things about, good reviews, and just research their jobs related to what you do. You can be looking at a bank and you think, oh, why am I going to work at a bank? Well, bank has a fraud department. They have lawyers. They have all of this legal system that they need people like us with criminal justice degrees to assist in. So don't ever count yourself out. There's so many companies that require your degree. So when people say, oh, criminal justice degree is useless, at one point I was getting discouraged and I thought the same thing until I started applying for these positions. And I'm like, oh, wow, they need this, they need this, they need this. Criminal justice can do this. So there's plenty of opportunities out there, you guys. Don't be discouraged, just do your research. So for the criminal research specialist, it really didn't give me any type of salary. It didn't really tell me if a bachelor's degree was required, but I wanted to add it on to the list because it sounded like an entry-level position where you could either gain some experience if a degree was not required, or you can potentially like use it as an internship and use it to just gain the knowledge that you're going to need as a criminal justice major and have that background. So when it is time for you to go get your dream job, you'll already have some type of experience. So I did include it in the list of jobs, but I'm going to go ahead and read off the criminal research specialist job duties so you can get an idea of what exactly it is. So to me, the company that was offering this position sounded to be like a carrier service. So they were looking for someone to complete background checks. And this particular role, you're required to process public records, products related to pre-employment background screening applications. So it seems like someone who does background checks to check to see if anyone has like a criminal record or something on their background that would not allow them to move forward in an employment process or get a job with a particular company if they have certain restrictions for felonies, misdemeanors, and things of that nature. It specifically states that there is a requirement for data entry, communication skills, review and apply client rules as indicated within account file notes, review results returned from database searches, social security numbers, trace in nationwide criminal databases. So it sounded like a fun job to have. It just doesn't give me much more than that. But again, this particular job was based in Houston, Texas. So all right, so now we are going to move on to career number 4. Now career number 4 is an investigator job. Once again, there's so many roles for investigators, but this particular one stood out to me because it was for an independent school district. So school districts need investigators to investigate potential neglect, child abuse, misconduct within their district from teachers, sexual assault, things that we really need so that our children are protected. And in this particular role, the starting salary was $76,031, and a bachelor's degree is required to hold this position. I do believe there was some experience that they preferred, but it was not a requirement. They did not make it a requirement. So something like this is a really good opportunity. You're not only pursuing your degree, but you're actually doing something that's important in protecting these kids. Like me, I love kids. I would love to work with kids, but I know that I cannot be a teacher. So something like investigating things, being in the background, making sure that these kids are protected is something that would definitely, gain my interest. So I wanted to go ahead and add that in. And again, it is just an investigator for an independent school district. And it's not just public education, it's universities. Your university may offer a job to you. These things happen at universities. Sexual rape cases happen where your job title is needed, your degree is needed. So we're gonna move on to job number 5. So this career is actually a district civil court coordinator. Why did I say civil like that? Okay. Anyways, I wanted to include this job. It sounded more so on the entry level, but when I started to read in a little more, you can definitely make this a career. So for a district civil court coordinator, they maintain cases, inventories, schedule trials, keep up with docket numbers, conduct administrative hearings, and a bachelor's degree is also required in criminal justice for this particular role. So this particular position does require you to work for a county. So there's jobs at the federal level, state level, and then you have your local level. This particular job is with the county. In particular, this is for Tarrant County, where they need someone who maintains case inventories, directs various required action deadlines in each case from filing throughout the life of the case. So basically you just keep up with these cases, keep up with prison files and stuff like that. It does say education and experience equivalent to a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, public administrative, or a related field of study. And 1 year work-related experience, strong organizational skills, interpersonal and communication skills, extensive knowledge of or demonstrated ability to learn statuses, rules and procedures governing administration of court processes and services. Now this job salary comes in at $4,374 a month. You could do the math, times that by 12, and you get your annual salary. So again, there are plenty of jobs out there. I just gave you 5 jobs that weren't your typical, oh, you can go be a probation officer, you can go be a police officer, you can go be a correctional officer, even though you really don't need a degree to even become a correctional officer or even a police officer. But these days they are leaning more towards those with a degree when it comes to police officers. So I wanted to just give you guys 5 careers that you can go out and research. Again, they may be named something totally different, but this is just giving you an idea that if you go to a company's website and you search their legal department or their law department or their criminal investigative department, there are so many different jobs out there for you as a criminal justice major. So do your research, do the work, and see what job description fits into your lifestyle, into what you want to do or accomplish with your criminal justice degree. Now, as a bonus, I did want to just throw in another job that I've seen under criminal justice that kind of shocked me, because I'm like, what does this have to do with criminal justice? But again, it's one of those things where you can kind of use that degree somewhere that you least expect. So this was a storm water investigator job. So basically, you go out and investigate stormwater pollution and making sure that it is being followed by the state guidelines, or within that city, whatever guidelines they have set for stormwater. And it requires an associate's degree in criminal justice or related field. It is considered an entry-level job. I feel like the starting pay was around $30-something thousand, but it went up to $60,000. And this is not something that you would typically think a criminal justice degree can be utilized for, but it did come up under my search. So I hope this video was helpful. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to comment down below any specific video requests that you may have. Again, I'm not here to persuade you to subscribe to my channel. I don't do a lot of videos on criminal justice, but I do throw some in here and there. And of course, I have a number of other videos that may help you and motivate you along your journey. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.